Okay, mortgage and real estate people, I have some potentially disappointing news. You are never going to win this business. I know, after all those sales meetings, leaderboards, production reports, awards, rankings, and social media posts announcing that somebody in the top 0.5% of 1% of something, Simon Sinek comes along and tells us there is no winner. And honestly, he's right. In his book, The Infinite Game, Sinek explains that there are two kinds of games: finite games and infinite games. A finite game has known players, established rules, and a clear ending. Football is a finite game. Somebody wins, somebody loses, everybody goes home. A single real estate transaction is pretty much a finite game, too. You either got the listing or you didn't. You either got the loan or the borrower went somewhere else. But here's where we get ourselves into trouble. We start treating our entire career like it's a finite game. Who's number one? Who's closing the most units? Who has the most listings? Who has the biggest market share? Who got the realtor relationship? Who had the best month? And don't get me wrong, I like winning just as much as the next person. And I'm not suggesting that we all hold hands, sing kumbaya, and stop looking at our production reports. Numbers matter, but numbers are the scoreboard. They're not the whole game. And if you spend your entire career trying to win this month's scoreboard, you can make some pretty lousy decisions about the business you're trying to build for the next 10 years. Here's where I think the infinite game really hits home in our industry. We tend to confuse the transaction with the relationship. Think about what happens in a mortgage. We spend 30 or 45 days doing everything imaginable to get somebody into a house. We're texting at 9 o'clock at night. We're chasing documents. We're explaining why underwriting needs page 7 of a bank statement that appears to contain absolutely nothing of interest to any human being on earth. We solve problems. We calm everybody down. We get through closing. Everybody signs. We take the picture with the giant key, and then next borrower, next lead, next listing, next pre-approval. But what if closing wasn't the finish line? What if it was actually the starting line? Instead of saying, I closed 100 families last year, what if you said, I added 100 families to the community that I am responsible for serving? When you do that, your behavior changes. Because those are not 100 completed transactions sitting in your CRM collecting digital dust. Those are 100 relationships. People who eventually refinance, or buy another home, or sell a home, or buy an investment property. There are people who have children who buy homes, coworkers who need realtors, or friends who need mortgage advice. Transactions end. Relationships compound. That's the infinite game mindset. There's another idea in this book that I absolutely love. Sinek calls it having a worthy rival. And if you've been in mortgage or real estate longer than about 15 minutes, you've got one. And you know exactly who I'm talking about. It's that person you keep seeing everywhere. They're closing deals, they're making videos, they're getting listings. Realtors love them, consumers know them. Every time you open Facebook or Instagram, poof, there they are again. And maybe, just maybe, you've occasionally thought, could the algorithm show me literally anybody else? Here's what Cynic says. Instead of resenting your competitor, study them. Study them, because a worthy rival shows you where you could be better. So ask yourself, what are they doing exceptionally well? Maybe their follow-up is better than yours. Maybe they're more consistent. Maybe they've built a better database. Maybe they communicate better, or just differently. Maybe they're providing realtors with more value. Maybe they're making videos while you're still sitting there saying, I'll start doing video as soon as I lose 10 pounds, get better lighting, find the right microphone, renovate my office, and become comfortable seeing my own face on camera. I'm talking to you. You know. At some point, you just have to hit record. Your worthy rival isn't necessarily your enemy. They may actually be showing you the next best version of yourself. And this brings me to what I think is one of the most important mindset shifts mortgage and real estate professionals can make. Stop asking, how can I get more business from this person? And start asking, how can I become more valuable to this person? I know they sound a little bit like similar questions, but they're really not. Because when you're trying to get business, you're thinking about what you can extract from the relationship. But when you're trying to be valuable, you're thinking about what you can contribute to it. That's when you're going to start educating the borrower who isn't ready today, or helping someone build a plan to become mortgage ready in 6 or 12 months, calling past clients when you have absolutely nothing to sell them, teaching realtors something that helps them grow their business, or answering the question, even when you know there's probably not a commission check attached to it. Because here's something that I've learned after a lot of years in this business. People remember who helped them when there wasn't anything in it for that person. And that's how trust gets built. And trust compounds. Relationships compound. Reputation compounds. And eventually, You've created something your competitor can't easily duplicate with a lower rate, a bigger marketing budget, or a shinier social media account. So here's my challenge for you. Yes, of course, hit your goals, track your numbers, compete, celebrate your closings, go after the listing, and absolutely ring the bell when you've had a great month. But don't confuse the scoreboard with the game, because we're not really trying to win mortgage lending or real estate this month. We're trying to build a business strong enough to survive changing markets, changing technology, changing rates, and changing competitors. And we're trying to survive whatever fresh form of chaos our industry decides to throw at us next Tuesday. The professionals who last aren't necessarily the ones who win every transaction. They're the ones who keep becoming more valuable to the people they serve. The ones who keep adapting, who keep earning trust, who keep building relationships. And the ones who understand that the real objective isn't simply to win the next deal. It's to become the person that people still want to be in the game 10 years from now. That's the infinite game. And I think that's a game worth playing. I'm Matties-Deiboldt, and remember, knowledge is power. See you next time.